This FMF pipe was wrecked, rusted, and scratched from end to end. I picked it up used, knowing it had potential. Instead of buying a new one, I decided to restore it. This video walks through that process, cleaning it up, polishing the aluminum and the stainless, and getting it ready to run again. This is Uncouth Churlishness. The first stop I made was to see my friend Matt at Relic Welding. This man knows metal on a cellular level. We started the teardown by drilling out two 3/32 rivets holding the FMF emblem in place. Next, we pulled the 4mm Allen bolts out of the end cap. A little torch heat helped the aluminum expand, and just like my last relationship, everything inside came apart with some gentle pressure and repressed angle. Easy peasy.
Gross.
I was actually amazed at how good a condition the internal packing was. It was cleaner than expected for a 20-year-old part, but the real damage wasn't inside, it was outside. Matt used a tube sander, which is a specialized tool designed for wrapping around curved or round surfaces, allowing even sanding across curves without creating flat spots. Starting with a coarser grit, Matt carefully worked the belt over the worst damaged areas. What are we going up a size?
No, sure, stay at 180 because I'm trying to get that out.
It's a heavy bitch.
I know.
He progressively refined the surface, sanding until the deep scratches were leveled out and the aluminum had a uniform, matte finish. The goal was to remove the defects without thinning the material too much, a balance that takes experience. After this step, the muffler was structurally sound and ready for polishing. The next day I brought everything to Jamie at Funky Town Polishers in Fort Worth. I figured we'd just clean up the aluminum on the muffler, maybe give it a little shine, that's it. But within minutes I realized I had completely underestimated what was about to happen. Jamie started with a quick inspection, then, to my surprise, grabbed some sandpaper and began hand sanding the surface, removing scratches and prepping it for polish. From there, he moved over to one of his three-phase industrial polishers. Massive machines built for deep, high-speed metalwork. That's when he handed me a heavy-duty mask, and I started to really notice how much PPE he was wearing. Turns out, when buffing aluminum at high speed, the compound dust and microscopic metal particles become airborne and can be embedded in your skin or lungs. That's why Jamie wore full PPE, to avoid aluminum poisoning, respiratory damage, or ending up shiny from the inside out. The funny part, I was originally going to do this at home with a 120-volt bargain bin buffing wheel and absolutely zero clue on how to polish aluminum. I thought that it'd make a great DIY moment for YouTube, but watching Jamie work and hearing his tips and tricks, there's no way.
This way.
Okay.
So you grab these are Viva towels from Walmart.
Okay.
They're $2 to take a roll. I just go the same direction.
Okay.
With water, right? Put water. You have to put a chemical. Don't put a chemical.
Okay. What about mother's polish after?
Alright.
What about mother's polish after?
Mother's got sand in it. If you put mother's in it, you're gonna scratch it. You're gonna have those sand marks on it.
Okay.
It's best to leave it alone. Just get some clips out because there's no sand in it.
Okay. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Let me go ahead and wash it for you.
What he did in seconds would have taken me hours, and probably ended with a trip to urgent care. It cost me $125 to have him do it, less than I'd spend on a used buffer, a stack of compounds, and a whole weekend of trial and error.
That looks amazing. Good God.
Smart. The aluminum started to glow. Not cleaned up, I mean mere finish.
Dang. The camera freaked out. Wow. Damn, that's impressive.
I asked if the stainless mid-pipe could be saved. He gave it a quick test with a sander and said, yeah, I can do something with this. That something turned into a full-on restoration. He sanded, shaped, and polished that cheap stainless until it looked like a showpiece. Jamie used a variety of different compounds to polish the stainless, switching between machines with different buffing pads. Some thick for broad surfaces, others as thin as half an inch to get into the tight curves around the welds. It wasn't just brute force, it was precise, calculated work to bring out a perfect finish across the whole piece. What took him 15-20 minutes saved me hours and tons of money trying to chemically and physically treat this stainless piece because I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh yeah. That's crazy. It looks like it's chrome. Just dipped, fresh out of the tank. You said don't use shop towels?
Shop towels will attract dirt, oil, whatever. Whenever you got fingerprints like this on it, just swipe it out, filter it out.
in the direction of the grain.
Yes, just like that. See?
Okay, good to know.
Simple. Leave a towel, Walmart, $2. You're done with it. Discard it. You're done.
Awesome, thank you.
In under an hour, Jamie brought both pieces back to life. Not just cleaned, but better than new. Every curve, every weld, perfectly reflective, but not overdone. It still looked like a performance part, just flawless.
Okay, I have some aluminum 3/16 by, what was that, 1/4 inch? I don't know if that's gonna work. Looks like it might work. So I did a few test samples and they are kind of shallow, but that should make it tight. So these are 3/16 by 1/8 inch grip. Let's try one and see what happens. That doesn't look right at all. I think my sizing is a little thin, but I'm gonna go to the store and buy 3/16 by 1/4. I'll be back. Okay, so these are 3/16 by 1/4 squish area. The difference is a little noticeable. We'll hopefully make a better squish. Squeeze. Oh, fuck me, I scratched it. I don't like how high that is. I need to hammer that flat. Maybe that was just a bad break because of the tool, but it looks much better than that one. Okay, call me crazy, but I am going to reuse the packaging on here. It's in really good shape, except for the end where the rivets ripped it out, but that's okay. Not too concerned about that. And it saves me money, so let's do that. Okay, there we go. There is our reassembled exhaust ready for install. Super pumped with how this turned out. Kind of crazy what we started with, especially down here on this cheaper titanium part. It's a crazy thing what polish will do to metal. But our rivets are okay. I feel like these are kind of cheap, soft aluminum rivets. They kind of broke a little funny in my opinion, but I'm not a rivet guy. I don't have a lot of experience with that. But you can see I did kind of scratch it when the gun broke and it shook in my hands. So that sucks, but everything else looks good. I'm waiting on some 3/32 rivets here to get the emblem in place. Here's our emblem. We'll go on like so. These are glued on the back to prevent them from rattling. I think that'll look cool, like a super vintage badge or emblem on a totally redone muffler. It's kind of cool, like a little nod to where it's been and where it is. So that'll be sweet. We'll get this put on tomorrow. Until then, I'll see you then. Well, I left this out in the rain and that sucks. The steel is coming right back through. Aluminum is good. I don't know how, but we're getting scratches like deep in here. Nothing's touched this thing, but somehow there's like scratches here. It looks great. The stainless or the aluminum looks great. This looks like crap. This rusted like super fast. It's just like crazy. But my new rivets came in. Let's go ahead and get these installed. Here is the 3/32 compared to the 1/8. That's why I wanted to wait. And I could have drilled out the mount on this, but that would have taken a lot of surface area away, and I'd rather just leave the amount of surface area that we have and make it work. So I'm gonna clean this up and then get ready to mount it on. All right, there we go. Fully rebuilt, fully restored XR600R exhaust. Really sucks about that. That just looks like ass. I'm gonna try and put some polish on that to try and help that, but it's just shitty steel. There's only so much we can do. So let's put a little polish on it and just call her a night.
And that about wraps it up. All in with shipping and materials, I got about $500 into this exhaust. And yeah, the cheap Chinese stainless started to rust right through the polish area after one rainy day, so that sucks. But I'm still happy I went on this adventure because I learned a lot along the way. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn the hard way. Either way, I hope you picked up something useful and enjoyed the process. If you did, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you want to see the bike this exhaust is going on, you can click one of the videos above.